Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bosch. The number of clean diesel models in North America will double by 2014. Bosch Clean Diesel. Good, clean, fun. Bridgestone. Your journey, our passion. And by Dow Automotive Systems. Improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Welcome to another week of Autoline Daily. I'm John McElroy, and here's the news. Well, it's the week of the Beijing Auto Show, and one of the first cars out of the box is this urban crossover concept from Peugeot. It's a B-sized car, about 14 feet long, that's around 4 meters, and it's less than 2 meters wide, which is just under 6 feet. They have not released more details, but these days, anytime Peugeot shows something new, you've got to wonder if its new partner, General Motors, will be involved with this product. Car sales might be slowing down in China, but some car companies believe they can increase sales, and their strategy is pretty simple. Just open more car dealerships. Porsche has 41 dealers now, expects to have 60 by year's end, and hopes to have 100 by 2015. Hyundai announced it will add 80 dealers in China this year. It already has 720 dealers. And General Motors plans to add 600 more dealers this year alone. That would bring GM's total to 3,500, and that should keep it as number one in China. Come to think of it, there is another way to increase sales in China. Create a new brand. And that's exactly what Ford is thinking about. Supposedly, this would allow Ford to come out with very cheap entry-level cars without hurting the image of the Ford brand. And it would meet demands placed on foreign car companies by the Chinese government to create domestic Chinese brands. But what about all that talk of one Ford? This would violate the core principle of the company's strategy. But if the Chinese government wants a new brand, I'll bet they get one. Toyota's Scion brand is killing off 2 of its top nameplates. According to wardsauto.com, the XD hatchback and the boxy XB will be replaced by all new models with different form language. Scion executives promise the new models will be groundbreaking, but why the big changes? Well, the second generation XB was never a sales success. It was too mainstream for a lot of buyers who loved the boxy original. It's also rumored the company is studying the market feasibility of a compact pickup truck. So would it be front-wheel drive? Would that hurt sales of the Toyota Tacoma pickup? We're going to have to be on the lookout to see how this turns out. Hey, break out the Geritol! R.L. Polk & Company reports that the average new car buyer in the U.S. is 51 years old. As the population ages, so does the average age of car buyers. However, Buick has dropped the average age of its customers from 62 years old down to 59. That's a nice improvement, but the brand still has the second oldest buyers in the business behind Lincoln. It all comes down to product. Build better, more stylish, and exciting vehicles, and people, young people, will buy them. It really is that simple. Have high energy prices got you down? Well, GM is looking to save a few bucks at its Spring Hill plant in Tennessee, which will soon be home to the Chevy Equinox and makes engines for the Malibu. It's replacing more than 4,000 light fixtures with more efficient ones, which will save the company nearly $800,000 a year in the cost of electricity. That is a ton of savings, and it sure makes me wonder how other plants stack up against Spring Hill.
I'm Andrew Justus at a playground for the rich, and I'm going to show you a car that should fit right in. That report coming right up.
Dow Automotive Systems, driving solutions in automotive, commercial transportation, and aftermarket with innovative products like Betamate structural adhesives. Lighter, stronger, safer. DowBetamate.com.
It's in high-priced neighborhoods like this where premium and luxury automakers expect to find most of their customers, especially for the growing small crossover segment, which is exactly who Acura is targeting with their second-generation RDX.
We changed the engine. We went with a 3.5-liter V6 VCM engine. That gave us the V6 power that customers asked for, but also much better fuel economy. The concept for this vehicle was really sort of turning contradictions on their ears, so we wanted to make it clear to our customers that you don't have to choose between power and fuel economy. Some other things would be the power tailgate, something that we offer this time around. We also made some improvements to existing features. We've always had a standard rear view camera, but the camera's better this year. It's a 3-mode camera. You can get up to a 180-degree view of what's going on behind the vehicle. Also, the display for the camera is better on the base models, the starting models. Previously, the display was in the mirror. Now it's in the center display. The center display has much better resolution than it did in previous generations. We kept the general dimensions of the vehicles the same, but we're smarter about the use of interior space so that we would create this wide open but personal feeling for customers inside, and just a much better, much more refined vehicle, and presents a great value for our customers.
Acura engineers not only put value into things you can see and touch, but also into things you can't, like the suspension and the reduction in NVH.
Previous model is rear subframe is floating, but the front subframe is kind of rigid type. That is not so good for direct intrusion, engine and suspension, tire noise. But we changed front subframe also floating type. They also applied many absorbing material, correct position, correct material to anywhere. And also side window glass thickness improved, increased, and rear wheel inner fender applied. Such many improvement items we applied to get class top noise vibration result.
With the second iteration of the RDX, Acura hopes to sell 30,000 units, which may sound like an aggressive goal, but remember, this is a rapidly growing segment with competition to match. From Payson, Arizona, I'm Andrew Justus for Autoline Daily.
Thanks for that report, Andrew. And that wraps up today's report. Thanks for watching. We'll be back here tomorrow.